All right, so 1 second, Baba Kushar, while we get things together. Check the sound. Let me know you're ready, We live. The screen record. All right, that's the spirit. The water y'all about Shemel Shop again as the spirit to do this lesson. Before we begin, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rechak Wadash. Double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, as well as you bishops and camp heads out there, and a strong shalom to the hopeful elect. You know what I'm saying? This is the brother Liash.
Brother Shamak.
We represent the Great Millstone Cleveland branch. And once again, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. And thank him for giving us the spirit to do this lesson. And I was just meditating on the thought, we gotta be prudent. We gotta meditate on the things necessary for us to get the kingdom. The scriptures talk about the wisdom of Solomon, I believe the 6th chapter, that this wisdom bringeth us to a kingdom. So we have our affection set on the things above, and then we have to be prudent in our daily uh ordeals and our whatever we're doing. We're gonna let the scripture speak. Can you grab that Colossians 3, and then we're gonna go into the definition of prudent and bring us some precepts, and Lord willing, this will be edifying.
This is book Colossians chapter 3 and verse 1. If ye then be risen with Yahushua, seek those things which are above.
Right. So we new creatures when we come into this thing. We compared to babies. We're born again. We constantly repent and we killing that old man. So we're not a completely new person. We got a new spirit. We got a new mindset. And if we have that mindset and the foundation of that mindset is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and we focusing on that chief cornerstone of the house of David, Yahweh Shai, then this is the mindset that we're supposed to have. Bring that back from the top and breeze through.
It says, if ye then be risen with Yahushua, seek those things which are above,
Lift up a little bit.
Where Yahushua sitteth on the right hand of Yahweh.
Right, and where is that? That's in heaven. So our mindset should be focused on attaining the kingdom of heaven. And we know via the scriptures and the Lord's prayer that heaven is going to be on earth. We talking about that rulership, that perfection. We hope that we are the elect. And as the scriptures tell us to do, we're going to put on as the elect. Was that it on that up?
It says, set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth.
Right. The scriptures talk about where moth and rust do corrupt. In Matthew the 6th chapter, we got our things focused on things that will not fade away. First Peter tells us that we have an inheritance that's incorruptible, and that's what we're focused on. And in order to get that, we have to go through the straight gate. And us knowing that, applying the precepts and being in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, we have to move accordingly. Hence the title of the lesson, us being prudent. And that grab that Proverbs 14 and 15.
So this is book of Proverbs 14, verse 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
Right. And you read that in an NLT, it says, a simpleton believeth everything, but a wise man, basically orders his steps. And you go into the etymology of the word prudent, some of the key things that stand out in that definition is wise, discerning, judicious, sagacious, that being the root word of the word sage, sage wisdom, circumspect, circum meaning around, the spec mean to look, and foreseeing, foresight. So we're looking ahead, not in the carnal means where we fret and we worry about how things are going to be solved, but we look as if, you know, the prophecies already happened. We just in a movie playing them out. And we have faith that we are people that the Lord are going to have mercy on, and that mercy is going to extend to our family, or our household, rather, to be more specific.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Al. You had something you wanted to say?
Well, you got that in the etymology?
No, and I wrote it down.
Well, it's a little bit edification in the blue letter too.
Bring it out.
It says sensible and sly, crafty.
Right, because in this society, you have to finesse,
Yeah.
but sensible in a sense of being practical. You know what I'm saying? We apply the precepts. We understand the balance. One a precept I think about when it comes to balance is Romans 13 and 1. We know that we're subject to the higher powers. We know that we have things due for Esau, like taxes, bills, certain things like that. But our mind is focused on obtaining the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But still being a man, handling your spiritual business as well as your carnal business. That's another reason why I wanted to do this lesson about us being prudent, because we foresee things. We foresee the kingdom of heaven, just like, not to the same magnitude, but just like we foresee bullshit happening in our lives via the curses, whether it's bills, baby mama drama, whatever the case may be. We have our eyes set on the kingdom and know that the harder your walk is, if you endure to the end, that's how much the Lord deals with you, because He's purging us. He's making us perfect through trials and tribulations, through suffering. You know what I'm saying? And we're under the sun, the place of judgment, to receive judgment from our past lives. So it's not going to be an easy walk. These are things that we consider as we take the straight gate to the kingdom, to that inheritance on the other side, quoting the book of Second Ezra. Can you grab that Proverbs 18, or the one we talk about foresee the evil? You know what I'm saying?
All right. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 3. It says, "A prudent man foreseeth the evil."
Right. And you can really sum that evil up a, a few ways. The evil in general, in a sense, because it's evil spirits out here working against us. Hashatan, adversary, he's doing his job. What the Lord is telling him to do and to tempt us. Evil in a sense of pestilent judgment, the things that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua seen. But the eyesight allows us to see things better than the average human being. So bring that back from the top, Baba Kushah.
Proverbs 22 and 3. "A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself."
Right. The evil that we're looking out for is these false doctrines, these false pastors, and the main evil that we as prophets are warning about is the M to the O to the T to the B. That our temptation is upon us. It's not in the distant future, it's in the near future. That is evil. That is one thing that'll definitely separate you from the love of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, because if you take that, you're bound to be destroyed. And I'm talking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But we're prudent. We understand the prophecies. We understand how the prophets are an extension of the Lord's mercy, and we move accordingly. Go ahead, Ak.
"A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished."
Right. How we hiding ourselves. Like the book of Isaiah said, we're in the chambers. The chambers is manifold. The chambers represent the security you're going to get from being in the chariot and watching the indignation of the Lord via the missiles. But it's also talking about these scriptures, because the scriptures are a fountain of life, help you depart from the snares of death, roughly paraphrasing. This is wisdom that's laid up for the righteous, from Genesis to Revelation, including the Apocrypha. And these are the things that are going to help us, you know, avoid the evil, help us cleave to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which we know through Proverbs 18 and 10, those names that name Yahweh chiefly is a strong tower. And the righteous run into it and are safe. Go ahead, Ak, you got it.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 32 and verse.
6 and 32, Baba Kusha.
Okay, come
Unless you had another one. Did you have something that?
on.
Okay, kind of. Yeah, 6 and 32. Maybe start up a little bit to provide context. I trust you. Let's go with the spirit.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 32. Straight to the point, it says, "My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught, and if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent."
Right. I think about Philip and the Ethiopian eunuch, and he thought he was an Ethiopian, but he was an Israelite. He asked, "How can I understand unless some man guide me, unless some man teach me?" And how are we being taught? You can read in that same chapter. We're cleaving to the elders and the apostles. We're spiritually uh hanging on to them, cleaving on and not letting go. Why? Via the epistles, via the understanding that we get from being around our campaigners and elders and brothers who've been in the faith longer than we have. That's how we apply that wisdom. Keep bringing that back from the top, biblical shah.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 32. "My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught,
Mm-hmm.
and if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent."
Right. And we went into the definition of prudence. You know, wise, discerning, judicious, sagacious, circumspect, foreseeing. So it allows us to hone in on that fear of the Lord, which is the foundation of wisdom. It allows us to discern between false doctrine. You know what I'm saying? It allows us to move as a man of the Lord and not just some nigga who know a few scriptures. That's why being prudent and have your mind focused on the kingdom is beautiful, because the scriptures talk about the race not given to the swift. And the apostle Paul compares his ministry to a long race. You know, the victor, the person who first crosses that finish line, that represents the elect. You know, we have our mind set on a final destination. We have our mind set on a common goal, us as hopeful elect. And in order to keep our eyes on the prize, that old adage, that old saying in the world, we have to apply the precepts and the thing that we learned and continue to build up our spiritual duffel bag so we can cash out on those things during Jacob's trouble. Scriptures say, hurt not the oil and the wine in Revelation the 6th chapter. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is going to be in the midst of the elect, in the hearts of the elect, the minds of the elect during Jacob's trouble, during all out chaos. But Lord willing, we be part of that number, we be fine. But it's the things that we do leading up to that point. It's the things that we do leading up to the chariots being on the scene that show what kind of man you are. And that's pretty much it, unless you had someone knock.
Got a closer.
Come.
2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 17. Ye therefore, beloved, seeing ye know these things before, beware lest ye also, being led away with the error of the wicked, fall from your own steadfastness.
Break
And,
it down.
and like the brother was saying, to in order to continue, because that's the main point, this constant continuance. Anybody can be prudent, but that continuance and doing the things that you know um earn the trust of Yahweh Shem Shai, or earn that salvation from Yahweh Shem Shai is what matters. You know.
That's right, because it's gonna be people who are prudent and they stock up on canned goods. It's people who are prudent and they understand like how the economy works, and now they're investing in gold and silver. And we, through the Spirit, are prudent and understand how prophecies work. And through the insight that He's given us via the precepts, we understand how Yahweh Shem Shai works, and we're moving accordingly that way spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lord willing, this was edifying. Once again, it's the water. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for giving us the spirit to do this lesson. We're going to close up again with all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honors for our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who will well and teach sound doctrine, and the strong shalom to the hopeful elect. Kwame Yasharala, Lord willing, until next time. Shalom.
Shalom.